Hello, sponsoring boot camp. It is Fern Weingast, and this is week 1, assignment 5 of the sponsoring boot camp. There is a quiz at the end. And so in this video, it's going to be about 10 to 15 minutes at the most. I am going to share some tips about sponsoring, okay? First of all, when you decide to sponsor, you are increasing your pay by exponential amounts. So how many weeks are in a year? There's 52 weeks in a year. Let's just say, for example, you decide you want to party every single Friday of the year. You don't take any Fridays off, right? You're going to party every Friday of the year. That is going to be 52 Fridays, right? So that is the amount of paydays that you get. If you're partying every Friday of the year and that's the only day you party and you party that amount, you have 52 paydays for pure romance. Now, when you sponsor, you are going to increase that 52 exponentially. So let's say you have one person on your team who parties every Friday of the year. That adds now another 52 paydays for you. Okay? I'm going to mention about all the benefits for them, but I'm just talking about your increase in pay when you sponsor. Now, let's say you have 6 people on your team that party every Friday of the year. Well, you now have 52 times 6, which is about 312, I think. 52 times 6, about 312, I believe. Haven't done the math. But you now have 312 paydays, okay? And you can keep doing the math exponentially. Now, what happens if somebody wants to party 2 days a week, 3 days a week, 4 days a week, and you now have 6 people, 9 people, 12 people, 15 people on your team? You can imagine how this income is going to be exponentially more than if you just count on your own paydays alone from parties. So residual income is something that you are receiving for having mentored, coached, cheerleaded, trained your new person, but they are out doing their own business and you are getting paid on that. Even though you're not physically going to the parties with them, you're still getting paid. So residual income is the big picture in this business, in any direct sales company. And so if you feel sometimes like, oh, where am I going to find all these people? There's always people. There's people at your parties. There are people in the grocery store. There's people at the mall. There's people at Home Depot. There's people at the gas station. There's people down the block. There's always people. And if you don't know where the people are, join a meetup, join a group, go out and do something that you love, and you will meet people. There are people everywhere, and you're never going to run out of people, okay? I have a senior board member that lives 1 mile from me, and we never step on each other's toes, okay? So that is unlimited in terms of how many people. You can, drive a half an hour, and you can meet a whole group of new people, okay? Go out for pizza like a half an hour from your house and meet new people. You want to always be adding new people to your funnel. So if you don't have a Facebook group yet that is meant for people interested in the opportunity, some people call it a money train, some people call it an opportunity group. If you don't have that yet, this is a good time to start one, and you want to constantly be adding new people to it. There's always new people going into the funnel, okay? Your funnel is the lead funnel, and you always want to be adding to it. By not sharing the opportunity, you are actually being selfish, because there are so many reasons why people would want to join this business. There are women I've helped make enough money so that they can get out of an abusive relationship. There are women who want to stay home with their kids. There are women who want to get away from their kids. There are women who have a shoe and purse addiction. There are people who love to educate and empower women. There are people who love to get up in front of a group and feel like they're doing stand-up. There are women who need the money. There are women who need to get out of the house for other reasons. There are women who need recognition. I mean, countless reasons. People need extra money to put their kids in singing lessons. I mean, just like endless reasons. And so by sharing this opportunity, you never know who you're going to help. Now, in helping those people, you want to make sure that you are a farmer and not a hunter. What is the difference? The hunter goes out, okay? They go out for the kill, they bring it back, and that's it. A farmer plants seeds, they cultivate, they nurture, they take care of the seeds so that it ends up becoming a harvest. And that is what you are doing. Somebody might not react on the first planting, but you're going to keep nurturing the relationship. You want to keep talking to someone. You want to really develop a rapport with them, and you want to make sure that they know you are listening to them and you're listening for the need so that you can match a benefit of what we have to their need. So it's very important to have the farmer mentality and not a hunter mentality. You also do not want to vomit everything you know about pure romance on somebody. They are going to run for the hills. So you don't want to say, oh my gosh, you have to join Pure Romance and there's a kid sale and it's amazing. And we have this amazing CEO and we have so much training. And when I joined 14 years ago, I walked the stage and then I did this and then I did that. And we have so many friends and events. And I mean, people are going to get like scared. They are actually going to get scared and they're going to run and they're going to say, please don't ever talk to me again. So you want to make sure that you drop small things about the business and then wait. And then drop something small and then wait and then see what somebody says. So you are actually responding to their need, not your need. You are not number one when it comes to sponsoring. The potential consultant is number one. Everything about them is number one. Everything they want is your number one. Your why is not necessarily someone else's why. Okay, so some of you know who Kylie Holly is. Like her why was that she could have a daytime opportunity to ski on a mountain. And so if someone who hates snow is listening to her and she's talking all about her why, they're not going to relate. Or if your why is about money, but someone's not interested in joining for money, they're interested in educating about sexual wellness, they're not going to really pay that much attention. Okay, if your why is to stay home with your kids, which was my why, I wanted to be home with my kids, but someone like doesn't want to be home with their kids, they're looking to get away from their kids, they're not going to relate to me at all either. So you want to make sure that you can share your why, but you can say, this is why I joined, but I want to know why you'd be interested, because your why might be night and day from someone else's why. So don't make your why someone else's why, because very often it's completely different. Now, if somebody is really hungry for this business, they might surpass you. And that's great. You're going to be applauding them every step of the way. All right? Because they have their business and they are up and running with their business, and their success is not a reflection on you. You might have mentored, you might have coached, you might have trained, you might have helped, you might have been there for them, but they took the business and they went out and ran with it. And that is their success. And they take the kudos and the credit for their success. Same thing with failure. Somebody decides to quit and stop talking to people and stop doing this business. Their failure is not a reflection of you either. So the success and the failure has to do with the person's business. We are in business for ourselves, but not by ourselves. So don't take credit for someone else's success, and also don't take the brunt of someone else's failure. Now, because I've mentioned we are building relationships, I want you to focus on a couple of things in this boot camp. I want you to focus on signing 2 people and investing deeply in those people. And by investing deeply, I mean their success is your number one concern, and you're going to do everything you can to help them get up and running, whether it's an in-person onboarding for a couple of hours, whether it's a Zoom call or a FaceTime or whatever it is. You are going to invest deeply with these people, because you don't want to take the time and sponsor someone and get so excited. Oh my God, I sponsored somebody. And you're like, so, like jumping out of your skins with excitement, and then have them not be able to do anything with this in the business because you didn't invest in them. So I want you to take these 2 people and invest in them deeply and really, really help them get up and running. And then I want you to duplicate it and do it again. So then you're going to do 2 more people. Once you have those 2 people, you've invested deeply, you've taken time with them, then you go on to 2 more. You're going to work smarter, not harder. You are a farmer, not a hunter. You can change lives. You can fix help people fix their marriages. You can help people get enough money so they can get out of an abusive relationship. You can teach them. You can help them. Some people want to stay home with their kids. Some people want to get away from their kids. I've mentioned this, but I'm saying it again because it's so important for people to connect with their why. And perhaps by being in this sponsoring boot camp, it's going to help you connect with your why a little bit more, because when your why makes you cry, then it's big enough, right? We want our why to be really super big. Now, also remember that when you do hit senior consultant, if you're not there already, if you hit it for the first time, 3 people under you, you're going to get a $150 cash bonus. If you hit associate director, 6 people, you get a $200 bonus. And when you hit director for the first time, you get a $300 bonus. Don't forget about all the product bonuses that go along with all of the people you sign based on the kit they chose, right? The $50, $100, $150 kit. Free product bonuses, and then if it's your very first consultant, your product bonus is doubled for each kit depending on the kit. So if you sign someone for the very first time with the premium kit, you get $300 in free products. That's pretty sweet, huh? Pretty sweet. All right. Now, I want you to do something else that might be different than what you've been doing also for these 4 weeks. At your parties, I want you to shift your attention for the next 4 weeks. When you get there, your number one priority at your parties is going to be who are the most hungry people who need this opportunity in their lives. Who's the most hungry for this opportunity? Because I am going to share that opportunity because it's selfish not to share. And that's your number one focus at a party. Your number 2 focus is who can host with me. Who's going to host with me? Because that business, that party booking is going to perpetuate your business. And number 3 is the sales. I'm sorry to say it. I know you want the sales. I know you want to get paid the night you party. I understand. But for these 4 weeks, you're committing to sponsoring boot camp. Your number 1 is to focus on who's the most hungry for the opportunity. 2nd, party bookings. 3rd, sales. Big picture, middle picture, smaller picture. Okay, we're thinking big picture. Okay? Now, some reasons that people might not want to join, some overcoming objections. First of all, you're going to remember, do not puke on people. They are going to run for the hills. But, you want to make sure that you ask a little bit at a time, because you are so excited. You might say too much, not on purpose. You're not doing anything bad or wrong, but you're so excited that you forget to just kind of slow down and listen and speak and listen and speak and listen. Now, some of the reasons that people might not want to join is they might think that they're not going to be a good leader. They might think they don't know enough, that they might think that they're too new. You might think you're too new. You might think you don't know enough. But let me tell you something. You are a step ahead of them because you've joined already. Also, we are all learning all the time. This is my 14th year of business. Not a day goes by that I don't learn something new. So we're always constantly, all of us, setting the course and redirecting. We set the course, we redirect. We set the course, we redirect. All right? And so that is just the way it is. We're always learning. So if you're learning along with your new consultant, that's awesome too. Plus you have all these upline trainers to help you. And remember that you are in no way, shape, or form their boss. You can help direct them to find the answers. Do not always give someone the answers. If you teach a person how to fish, they eat for a lifetime. If you fish for them, they eat for one meal. So if someone asks you where something is, you say, and if it's in the coup, you say you can find it in the coup. If someone asks about kit contents, you could say you can find that on your own personal website or whatever. You direct them to find it so they know how to figure it out and find things. That's their job. And that's your job, is to help them learn how to find stuff, not do the business for them. And again, if they succeed, it's their success. Okay? Now, we are going to all be working in this group together to expand our minds and to support each other and to learn together and to grow. I know you are all going to kick butt, and I cannot wait to watch your success. All right? So, don't forget to answer the quiz, and also 2 takeaways from this video on this